Hello everyone, my name is Ankur Malviya. Welcome to another vlog from Automation Mentors. So today we are going to start the new series of session on Playwright. So Playwright is one of the automation tool or library you can say, or API you can say. It is very similar to Selenium, and we can use Playwright for doing automation stuffs. And this is 100% free. This is open source, and it is created by Microsoft, and they are having very good community support. They are very active in resolving the issues and all. They have a documentation. They have a broad community support as well. So in this series of session, we are going to cover this Playwright tool, and Playwright support multi-language Java, Node.js, Play, Python, and .NET. But in these sessions, we are going to use Java, and the next series of session for Playwright, we will use Playwright with Python. But for these sessions, we are going to utilize only Java. So this is the official website of Playwright called playwright.dev. Okay, and as you can see, they have very good clean documentation. On the left hand side, you can see there are what all features are there in the Playwright. You can come here and you can understand what this feature, how to use that feature, how to create different function, use that functions and all. Okay, like POM, you can see here how to create that one. If you want to take a snapshot, how to do that, a screenshot, and the snapshot testing also we can do that. If you want to locate thing, what all methods are there to locate, let's say you can see page.get by role, by text, by label text. Even we can use XPath and CSS as well. So they have very good documentation over here, so no need to remember anything. Even I don't personally suggest don't remember anything, just use this portal, and as soon as you will be doing hands-on, right, you can remember few syntax. But since they are updating, they keep on updating data, so it is good practice to come here and see the data, what they have updated, and what recent code they have pushed it, what recent syntax you can utilize, you can come here. Similarly, API data is also here, you can use how to do that, their API details. Coming to community, as you can see, they have the good community tab, and the data is here. So what are all the recent discussions are there, they are capturing. So it is good thing, right? Like is Selenium does, these things are missing, even though they have very good open source wide community and other things, but they don't have dedicated team. They have dedicated team, but they don't have keep updating data and all. So if you remember, right, from Selenium 3 point from 3 to 4, it took at least more than 3 to 4 years to come up. Okay, but now and even though in Selenium, for many things we need to depend on third party library. Let's say if we want to do API testing, we have to use the REST assured for Java, or Python if you are using, we have to use request library. Similarly, if we want to take a snapshot, we need to depend on other methods. If we want to do the reporting, we need to depend on LO reporting or HTML reporting. So the different things are there, right? Even if you want to do mobile testing, we have to use APM and all. But in Playwright, all these things, these things are eliminated. We can still use those, but it is having their own library. So now coming to start how we are planning these sessions. So in this session, I'm going to take you from the very basics, from very zero step to the advanced part. Okay, so today what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover you, I'm going to show you how to install Playwright on your machine, how to use Java syntax and Playwright syntax to launch a page, and to once you launch that page, how to interact different web elements. Let's say click inspecting some web element, click some on some element, get fetching some data from the web element. Those things I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's start. So let me show you a website called do test here. So this is one of my website which I created, and it is good test data for you. You can consume this website data for testing your framework, like what we are doing right now. So what I'm going to do right now in this flow, we need to launch here the do-test-here.com. Then let's say we want to hit here on the basic auth. Once we hit on this basic auth, we will see this basic auth page has opened up. As soon as we hit on that, we have to inspect this button, and we need to hit on that. As soon as we hit on the click that particular test based auth button, we will see this message. Our task is to fetch this method and print on the console. Okay, this is very simple task. So let me copy this one. Now For this demo I'm using IDE IntelliJ. So IntelliJ IDE I'm creating a new project for Java. So name as Playwright demo new, or 23rd 7th as 31st August 2025. Okay, and I'm using build system is Maven. Okay, and JDK 17. Great. So now you can see our demo like project has been developed. This is our pom.xml. Here we need to, if you want to leverage a playwright feature, what we need to do, we need to have the dependencies, right? And dependency will get it from where, either we can use a IntelliJ plugin or we can directly go to Maven repository and from there we can get it. Okay, so let me open the Maven repository. Okay, so Maven repository. Okay, this is a Maven repository, and here we can need to search for Playwright. Okay, enter it. So this is the first option is coming up, Playwright main library. Now you can see there are a lot of you know versions are here. So let me check what was the first version. So we can see first version as per this Maven repository central data, it is 2023. But with my knowledge, this Playwright was developed in 2020, and now uh, it is much more stable and we can utilize any one of the latest library. So I believe most of the people, they are utilizing February. You can see number of how many people are using. So either we can use this May or June. It is good practice, do not take the just latest one. You can take at least 2 or 3 release back, but for this demo I'm using the latest one, the very one which is developed on 27th August 2025 during recording of this demo. Okay, so I'm using this one. So what I need to do, I need to put this dependency here. As soon as I put this dependency here, I should see the external libraries are coming here. So I need to sync it first of all, sync the project, and as soon as you sync it, you can see all libraries of Maven Microsoft.playwright, it is here. Okay, so now let's start using this library. So this is a default main. Let me remove this default class. Okay. Okay, let me close this one. So let me add this play to okay, play write demo class 1. Let me use class 1. Okay, this is my class 1. Okay, now I'm using Java syntax, so I want to use main method, so I'm using main. IntelliJ, you just need to type a standard word and it will give you the all syntax. Okay, play start public static void main string RGS. So inside it I need to use Playwright. So I can see data is coming now, so that means we are good to use Playwright feature. So I'm on Playwright dot create. I want to use the instance of Playwright, so Playwright dot create. Okay, and I'm utilizing this instance is Playwright. Okay, itself, the return type will be Playwright. Okay, so this will be creating Playwright instance. And now what we need to do, we need to use Playwright to launch the Chromium. So Chromium we can use, there are a lot, as we can see there are a lot of browsers, Chromium, Firefox, WebKits for Safari. Similarly Chrome is also there. Okay, so many things will be there. So Chromium I want and now I want to launch it. Okay, so this is for launch. Okay, and I want to store it as browser here, and the return type will be browser. Okay, now this is a browser, so I want this browsers to be isolated. So what for that, what is there? So browser dot new context. So new context is something we are creating a isolated tab. Okay, so there will be no communication between that tab to other tab, or within the browser. Okay, so browser context. Okay, here the return type will be browser context. This is also from Playwright. Okay, now we are good to start. So browser context dot new page. New page is a way to initialize a page class. Okay, so page, and the return time will be page here, page. Okay, now page is having all those methods which is required for interacting with page. So what can be the method? The method related to navigation to URL, going forward to that URL, going backward to that URL, refreshing that URL, to inspect some element on the DOM, to interact with the web element on the DOM, like click, write, what all things are there. Okay, so as I mentioned, so there are number of methods are here. So I wanted to use navigate, and now I wanted to go to this website here. So let me copy this one as this, and so I'm hitting that URL and I will be going to that web page. Then what I want to you know click on one element which name as base auth here on the left hand side. Okay, so let me inspect that element. So I've opened my developer tool, I want to inspect it. So base auth, copy, control F. So I'm always habitual to create my own XPath so that I will not getting for. So it is very difficult to forget anything, but to remember things we need to keep practicing. That's why I wanted to create my XPath, and you can see the XPath is perfect. One out of one element is coming up. So I need to put it here. After that, what we need to do, we need to again close it, click, and for that click I again want this web element address, test button auth, right? So test button, this is fine, and that. So same way, this is a button tag name. Okay, this is a text. Okay, this is again one out of one element, so we are good to use this one. Now what we need to do, we need to locate this web element. Okay, which web element? This web element where we have this congratulation, right, in message. So this is that. So see, this is a way how, if you are good with creating XPath, this is a way you can create the consolidated XPath. Okay, so I want to fetch this name. So what I'm already having this parent information. What I'm going to do, I am going to navigate from parent to transfers from navigation from parent to child. So parent and child relation I'm doing. So I'm using parent. Okay, syntax, and after that I wanted to go to div. Okay, so I reach to this div, and after that I want any child means /, and I want this p as a tag name. So you can see as I put p, I can see 1 out of 1. So this is a correct XPath. Okay, let me again check whether it is reflecting properly. Yes, so we can use this one. So now this is that web element, and what I want inner text, that particular, this is a method to fetch the text attribute. Okay, and I want to store in, let's say, message, and the return type will be string. Okay, so I want south means system.out.print. so the message from the website, or let's say the message is this one. I just wanted to type that's all. So it will do that observation. Okay, so this will run and this will execute here, but after that what we need proper closing of instance. Okay, so first we need to close the page, then we need to close the playwright close. Okay, and this will properly close your instance, because it is good practice, if you are using something, it is good to switch off or disconnect, so that you can reuse, and there will be no processing time of further processor will be in use. Let's say if you want to close your laptop and you are using Microsoft, let's say Word document over there, so it is good practice to close that Word file. Then you can go ahead and close the laptop, rather than directly closing the laptop, so that you will not miss any data and something. So let me hit that. So as soon as you can see, as soon as I'm hitting this one, this is first time I'm utilizing this library in this particular project. So what happened, it will first download all required dependencies, and if dependencies are already there, so you can see the execution done, and we are able to see this message. Okay, this is the same message, right, as we are seeing here. Okay, but did you notice one thing? We are not able to see any UI execution happening, because this is in headless mode. So if we want, do not need to run in headless mode, what we need to do, we need to use this syntax here. In this launch method, we need to pass a parameter called browser type. Okay, this is also from Playwright. Okay, and after that we need to use called launch uh, browser sorry, launch options, the one which is coming down. Okay, and here we need to set parameter, so this will come from Playwright. Okay, now dot set headless false. Okay, so we are good. Right, we done it. Right now you'll see the execution in front of us. Then now Chrome browser app opened. Oh, see, the execution was so quick. Okay, we were not able to see the thing happen, but we are able to see the message here. Let me run once again. Oh, great. So let me comment this. Now run it. It will not get closed, but you will see the message, everything properly. See, this is so quick, right? So that's why directly Playwright is interacting with browsers. So let me show you how Playwright is working at browser part. So mm, Playwright connection with browsers. See, so as we can see, this is a CDP protocol. See here. So as we can see, the server is what, the server is there only with the browsers. Okay, and we are directly interacting their server, right? That means we are directly talking to browser. Okay, so that way, that's why we are able to use any language. We can directly use the communication. What was the communication before, like W3C protocol or wire JSON protocol, right? So that was some kind of delay or time taking protocol, but here we are directly communicating with it. Once we establish the communication with the browsers by using Playwright server, so that is good thing, and that is very fast to interact and talk to them, right? As we directly calling with real-time APIs. So same thing it is happening here. That's why it's too fast, and it's very reliable, and you can use this feature and use this particular to initiate any type of browser: Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and Chromium as well. Okay, so that's about for this first lecture, and please comment your findings. If you see this is interesting, please let me know your point, and we'll continue keep learning for other part of say, Playwright in upcoming session. Thank you so much. Bye.